Yo, what's poppin' Pokepals? Rare Boy here, and I'm back with another impossible Pokemon challenge. Today we're gonna find out if it's possible to beat Pokemon Silver using only a Turban. This actually isn't too crazy of a challenge, as data miners have found in the base version of Pokemon Gold that this form of Shelter was originally planned for the game, and its name was Turban. Which, yes, is spelled like the head garment worn by some religions, but that sounds a little racially insensitive, so I'll be referring to it as Turban instead of Turban. Anyways, these Lost Mons really intrigued me, with Turban being my favorite one. So let's see how well it performs if it actually made it into the base games of Pokemon Gold and Silver. Right away, your biggest question is probably, well, Rare, what were this Pokemon's stats? This was a tricky question until I realized something. The difference between a Slowpoke and its evolutions is literally just the Turban clamped onto the Slowpoke. So the stat changes between Slowpoke and its evolutions will be our stats for our Turban. Using some quick math skills, we come up with the base stat spread of this, and oh Jesus Christ, what am I getting myself into here? Before we can even begin our challenge, I first need to edit Togepi's internal data so that it becomes Turban. For anyone wondering why we edit Togepi, it's because Togepi is not only a Pokemon you normally don't encounter during a normal playthrough of Pokemon Gold or Silver, making for the most authentic experience, but also because our contender sprite is edited in post, and since Togepi has a small sprite, it makes it easier for me to edit over. As for the moveset, I literally just combined Shelter and Cloyster's movesets, as I felt that made the most sense. Now that Turban is in our game, let's review the rules of the run. The first rule is that I'm only allowed to use Turban in battle. We are allowed to capture other Pokemon for HM usage, but they cannot assist Turban by any other means. The second rule is that I'm not allowed to use items in battle. Held items such as leftovers are okay, but items such as hyper potions are banned until the battle has ended. And finally, no glitches or exploits will be used to complete this game. It's just a normal playthrough of Pokemon Silver, but with the Turban. With the rules explained and our Turban in game, let's jump into some gameplay. The first thing that I do is pick up Turban from Professor Elm's lab. For this run, I replaced Totodile so our rival takes Chikorita for even more of a challenge. I nickname our Lost Mon King Bro, because that's hilarious. With King Bro now on the team, it's time to conquer the Johto region. On our way back from Mr. Pokemon's house, we encountered our rival for the first time, and, well, the footage speaks for itself. We almost lost this fight because of how weak our tackles are. We will be learning Aurora Beam at level 17 though, and that should help us out significantly. It's just getting this little guy to level 17 though. Once I reached level 17 and learned Aurora Beam, I took on Sage Master Lee, as I'll need the Flash HM should I make it to Mount Silver this run. Anyways, he was a complete pushover. Now to take on Faulkner. Faulkner was super easy, as you would expect, between our Aurora Beams and our solid defensive stat. We blew his birds away. Our fight against Bugsy wasn't as smooth as our fight against Faulkner, what with the poison and with the Fury Cutters and all, but we still managed to come out victorious on our first attempt. Our winning streak came to a sudden halt as we were abruptly challenged by our rival, who was just too strong for us at the moment. At level 30, I tried this fight again, and this time we made a complete mockery of our rival's team, albeit some poor move choices on his end, but still. We got lucky against Whitney. Not only did we get smokescreened by Clefairy's Metronome, but Miltank also missed her first rollout, and we got a crit from our Aurora Beam so we could take her out without an issue. This means we can head to Ecruteak City now and get our first stab move in Surf. Unfortunately for us though, Morty is nowhere near close to being defeated at this level. I'll have to come back to him. I went back to Morty at level 50, and this time our Quick Claw activated at some crucial moments, allowing us to outspeed and one-shot Gengar and outspeed Morty's lead Ghastly to prevent us from getting cursed. 4th gym badge acquired. Chuck's gonna be an issue though. King Bro seriously struggles against fellow water types such as Chuck's Poliwrath. I tried Chuck again at level 60, and this time I went for Surf against Poliwrath instead of Swift because of our far superior special attack stat, and it was thankfully enough to defeat Poliwrath even after getting confused. Jasmine was thankfully an easy fight because we managed to outspeed her Magnemites, and her Steelix didn't stand a chance against our Surfs. Unlike Chuck's Poliwrath, though, Price's water types weren't as threatening. They have little to no answer for fellow water types as well, so we easily outmuscled them. Another rival fight, but King Bro is just too strong for this team now. In hindsight, I probably should have gave our rival Feraligatr to make him more challenging, but all I seen was grass, and I was like, yep, that's his starter. I was seriously expecting us to lose against Claire between her Dragonairs outspeeding us and one of them having Thunderbolt, but we managed to get through them while still in good condition. Kingdra took heavy damage from our Ice Beam, and I thought his Hyper Beam was going to take us out, but we survived on 9 HP and managed to finish him off while he was still recharging. One final rival fight at the end of Victory Road, but once again we are just too strong for our rival. To make up for the lack of excitement in this battle, we leveled up to the funny number at least. Nice. Here we are outside the Elite Four at level 69. Nice again. As you can see, we changed our moveset with the best possible moves Turban can learn. In case you're wondering, our hidden power typing is Ghost this run, which is better coverage than Swift. Our stats are very underwhelming as you can imagine, but this is the best we have, so let's find out if it's enough to beat the Johto League. First up in the Elite Four is Will, and while this fight started off in our favor, it went downhill quickly when Slowbro came in. Ironic, huh? It looks like we're going to need some more levels. Our second attempt at level 76 was even worse than our first attempt. Our crippling speed is really becoming an issue, but once we get past Will, it should be uphill from there. At level 80, we got some amazing RNG luck that almost helped us pull off a full-blown sweep, but Will's Ace-Xatu outsped us and hit us with a weak Psychic, making it the only hit we sustained in this fight. Koga was thankfully an absolute joke, as we completely washed his team away with our rain-boosted Surfs. Once again, the only damage we sustained in this fight was from a weak Psychic from Venomoth. Bruno was also an easy sweep with rain-boosted Surfs, but our PP ran a little lower than I was anticipating, and I only have 1 max Ether on me. Oopsie. Hopefully I won't run out of PP before the end of the Elite Four. Thanks to Umbreon's Sand Attack games, we wound up completely depleting our Surf PP, which is what I didn't want to happen. But we should have just enough PP after the Ether to get us through Lance. I hope. Well, it turns out our power points weren't the issue for this fight, as Lance's Dragonites are far too powerful when we can't get the jump on them. I think it's time we make the plunge now. Well, we made it to level 100, and our stats are still borderline depressing. There isn't really much else we can do, so hopefully this is enough to at least place King Bro in the Hall of Fame. Red is most likely going to be out of the picture, but stranger things have happened to us on this channel. Well, we made it back to Lance, and fairly easily, might I add, as we steamrolled through his team, outspeeding and OHKOing a majority of his Pokemon while still remaining in green health. Way to go, King Bro! With this victory, we registered Turban into the Johto Hall of Fame, but you know it's not over just yet, as we still have to try our best and take on Blue and Red in the Kanto region. Our first attempt at Blue tells me that this match is going to be heavily reliant on RNG for when our Quick Claw activates. I'll keep trying because it should be possible. Turns out, we didn't need the RNG, as some smarter move choices were just barely enough to get us through this fight. All that's left now is Red, and he isn't looking too promising. So, Red. This is going to be a serious issue because Snorlax is a supreme tank. Maybe with some Rain Dance boosts we can defeat Snorlax, but I don't know, it doesn't look too promising. This attempt was going beautifully as we were dropping Red's Pokemon one by one with some good RNG, but then our Quick Claw didn't activate when we needed it to against Blastoise. If we got Blastoise down, I bet we could have gotten Charizard down, so I'll keep trying as this run gave me some great luck. Oh man, this attempt was really close. This time around we got Blastoise down and made it to Charizard, and if Quick Claw activated, we would have absolutely won. There's a whole lot of RNG that needs to happen in order for us to get this far into the fight, but I've been pretty lucky with this fight so far with all the attempts, so I'm gonna keep trying. Okay, I made it back to Snorlax with full health again and was able to set up the rain and then got a high roll crit to one-shot the Snorlax. Pretty smooth so far. Blastoise did some good damage to us, bringing us down to red health as Charizard came in, and then the rain stopped. The Quick Claw activates, I get the Surf off, and Charizard goes down without the rain boost, defeating Red with only a Turban. Let's frickin' go. That final fight was very heavily reliant on RNG, and at one point I didn't think it was going to be possible, but once I saw us get to Charizard once, I knew it was possible with some persistence. For my next Impossible Challenge, we're going to do an interesting one. The 1-year anniversary of the Impossible series is coming up, and the first episode was with Wishy-Washy, who has the lowest base stat total of all Pokemon so far. So, for the 1-year anniversary, we're going to find out if the Pokemon with the highest base stat total can beat Pokemon Ruby. So if you don't want to miss that run, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Also, be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. In the comment section, I want to know what your favorite part of today's run was. This has been your boy Rare Boy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!
Red, white, and blue, yeah, I love this place.
Excuse me, did you just watch this video? You must have if you made it this far into the video. And yet you haven't liked, commented, shared, or subscribed. The Rare Boy working very hard on these videos. Please do the man a favor.